his widow. We've made a handsome profit repairing the damage he caused to this city. However, this may expose us to an unacceptably high tax burden. We will reduce said profits by redirecting them to a non-profit organization, the Ravencroft Institute for the Criminally Insane. In addition to the tax benefits, our funding arrangement with Ravencroft could yield some interesting medical breakthroughs. Very interesting indeed. Lunch with young Mr. Osborn was most enlightening. I'm authorizing all requested funds to finance the special task force we discussed. Schedule dinner with the chief of police so that I may put to rest any concerns he might have. Tell him I'd like to see the personnel files of all suitable candidates on the force. Disciplinary problems are not an issue. Oh, and find out how much Oscorp stock is available for purchase, discreetly. I believe Harry Osborn may prove unfit to act as CEO much longer. Our internal polls show that Spider-Man's image is extremely volatile. The public knows little about him, and thus can be made to fear him. Except for one segment. He's very popular with children. Look into obtaining his likeness rights. I highly doubt he's sophisticated enough to have taken the step of copyrighting his costume. There is money to be made. It's come to my attention that a low-level worker at Oscorp has been killed after falling into a tank containing genetically altered electric eels. His name is something nauseatingly common. Oh yes, Max Dillon. Osborn's people are trying to keep the matter quiet. I wish to see this man's body for myself. Given the fascinating properties of Oscorp's cross-species genetics, there may be a great deal to learn from his corpse. If he is in fact dead. I'm hearing interesting things from our friends at the coroner's office. As I suspected, Max Dillon was not dead, but rather in a dormant, transformational state. He now appears able to feed on, manipulate, and channel electricity. He has become something quite remarkable, and, sadly, quite mad. We must help this unfortunate fellow. Place him at Ravencroft, under the care of our most trusted personnel. I want regular reports on their findings. Our Spider-Man merchandise is selling well, but not well enough. Have one of our friends in the media start a controversy. A usual sort of thing, that our products are perverting children's minds and corrupting their morals. Then announce we may pull the products from the shelves. They'll sell out in a matter of hours. Spider-Man's image will take a hit, while we grow richer. I have significant doubts about the degree to which Miss Hardy can be trusted. While I hope her time at Ravencroft has inspired her to change her ways, her background as a common thief does speak to a disturbingly low character, as does her upbringing. Should she discover the truth about the death of her father, it could create further hiccups. Nevertheless, we have already learned a great deal from her participation in our medical research. Regardless of the outcome, it will have been worth it, but I want a close eye kept on her. It appears our association with Mr. Kravinoff has reached a point of diminishing returns. See that he's removed from the country as soon as possible, and send him somewhere with no extradition treaties. Have all security personnel review the footage of Spider-Man's break-in. I want every method he used to gain entry to my office countered. New codes, impenetrable doors. He will never get in here uninvited again. Oh, and find me the finest encryption experts in the world to develop computer firewalls no one can breach. Explain to them that failure will mean termination of their business relationship with me, or anyone else. draft a speech. Our deepest sympathies are with the Osborn family and all affected by their mistakes. While my friend Harry Osborn is the victim of both physical and mental disease, and therefore not responsible for his actions, that does not mitigate the pain and suffering he caused. Perhaps Fisk Industries should purchase Oscorp and restore it to its former glory. I could bring some measure of peace to the greater Oscorp family, and ultimately to the entire city. It has been a long, dark night, but the dawn is breaking at last.